Here it is, the absolute best $500 gaming PC that's ever been built on the internet.
Together, you and me, we will be building the most powerful gaming PC for $500 in 2025.
We're gonna be building the best $500 gaming PC.
What can you get for $500 in 2025?
I just built the best price to performance $500 gaming PC of 2025.
Hey man, I want you to build me the best gaming PC possible with a budget of $500.
A lot of people said I couldn't pull off another insane price to performance build like I did with the $1,000 rig. But for my 500 subscriber special, you all challenged me to do it again. This time with half the budget.
No other PC build on YouTube comes even close to this price with these specs.
If you caught the live stream, you saw us build a baseline parts list and set price targets for each component. I promised I would meet or beat those targets. And today I'm walking you through what I genuinely believe is the best $500 gaming PC ever assembled on the internet. Let's start with the motherboard. An Asus Prime Z690A DDR5. The seller originally listed at $150 since it was brand new. I offered $50 and he countered with $60. I let him know I was working with a strict budget, explained the project, and he agreed to my price in exchange for a shout out. So huge thanks to Dr. Michael Bob for making this deal possible. Next, the processor. Once I locked in the Z690 board, I started hunting for a compatible CPU and I found an i5-12600KF listed for $95. I offered $50, and the seller said he'd accept that if I also picked up some other parts he was selling. He had a Z690 DDR4 board, an EVGA Supernova G5 750 watt modular power supply, and a case. I offered $50 each for the motherboard and the power supply, and he threw in the case for free. RAM surprisingly ended up being the hardest part to find. We set a minimum spec of 32 gigs for this build. At first, I messaged every local DDR4 seller and offered $30, but after locking in the DDR5 board, I really wanted to switch over. Getting 32 gigs of DDR5 for $30 seemed impossible, so I looked to save money elsewhere. We ended up cutting $20 from other parts and used it to grab a brand new kit of G.Skill 32 gig 6000 MHz CL36 RAM. I messaged dozens of people on Facebook Marketplace and OfferUp, literally everyone within a 100-mile radius, and nothing worked. Then on a whim, I checked Craigslist. Only 2 listings showed up. I emailed them both and one responded. We met up and I got the kit for $50 down from $60. For storage, we found a great opportunity to save. The original plan was to go with the trusty Clevcraft C910 1TB for $50, but I found a Samsung 980 Pro 1TB listed for $70 on OfferUp. I offered $40 and the seller accepted. Now for the case. We did get a free one with the earlier combo deal, and honestly, I probably should have used it. It would have freed up an extra $50 for the budget, but I wanted something that looked good. I found a Corsair 4000D listed at $50, offered $40 and the seller accepted. He also had a 240mm AIO listed for $30 and took my offer of $20. He asked to not be filmed since he had his daughter with him, totally understandable. But I'm gonna be real, I was disappointed with the case. It was supposed to be missing just the original hardware, but it arrived gutted. No fans, missing rubber feet, and one of the front panel clips was broken. Luckily, I had some spare fans on hand. As for the power supply, I had options. I could have used the EVGA power supply from one of the earlier deals, or even the spare one from the $1,000 build. But I stumbled into a much better combo, a Corsair RM850X, fully modular with all original cables, paired with a GPU that absolutely blows away the expectations for this price point. We set our baseline target as an RTX 3070, but instead, we got an RX 7800 XT. That GPU alone is worth the entire budget, and we got it with the RM850X for $250 total. Wow. Here's a full price parts breakdown next to the original budget list. As you can see, we crushed this challenge. True FPS for less style.
FPS got it. FPS on YouTube got it. Man, I would have thought, oh man.
We'll go through some quick benchmarking. Starting with Black Myth Wukong, at 1080p, very high settings, we averaged 52 FPS with frame generation off and 90 FPS with it on. Next, Cyberpunk. At 1080p Ultra, we averaged 69 FPS without frame gen and 123 FPS with it. And for the people that care, Fortnite 1080p high performance mode averages 200 FPS. And to end it with Toasty Bros fashion, we scored a 19,000 on Timespy, which is 2.6 cents per point. That seems hard to beat. This took 2 weeks of hunting, negotiating, and fixing parts, but it proves one thing. If you're willing to put in the work, you can still build a monster gaming PC for $500. And if you thought this was wild, see what I did with a $1,000 budget.